Hey, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous Beyond. Yes, content's a bit lacking, so let's look at some engineers. Now, the engineer I want to talk about today is Didi Vatermann. Didi Vatermann is a bit of a lush and likes her Lavian Brandy. Now, she does specialise in seal generators to level 3 and also shield boosters to level 5. So if you are doing some player via player, she's your girl. Now, how do you get Didi Vatermann? Well, you can be introduced first off by gaining access to Todd the Blaster. And then after Todd the Blaster onto Selene Jean. And then from Selene Jean it is but a short hop to gain access to Didi Vatermann. Like I said, she likes her Lavian Brandy. Now, as you can imagine, Lavian Brandy is found in the Lave system and Lave Station, that iconic station that pays homage to all Elite Dangerous games in the past. However, Lavian Brandy is only available from Lave Station 24 units at a time. So this means you're going to have to make at least 3 trips if you've got a decent sized ship. And by the time you get to Didi Vatermann and unlock Todd the Blaster and unlock Selene Jean, you should have a pretty decent ship, whereas you can carry at least 24 tons of Lavian Brandy. Okay, so as we mentioned, 24 tons at a time. Just a short hop over to the Leesti system. Core Worlds, right next door to Lave, should be no dramas. It's a little bit of a pain, but there and back, there and back, there and back, and then you can unlock what you want. Like I mentioned, so shield generators, we've all got to have them, unless you're die-hard and want to use that space for cargo. Shield boosters. Well, personally, I like the reinforced shield boosters. Yes, it'll take some time off your recharge rate if they're completely depleted, but you can engineer that up and make it not so bad. And if you're going to do some serious player v player, or at least do some bounty hunting, then shield generators are the things for you. So here you are, you can see I've landed at Didi Vatermann's engineering station. Quite easy to find. In the Leesti system, I've donated 24 tons of Lavian Brandy, and then it's back off to Lave to get another 24 tons, and then back again to get another 3. So, what are the benefits of unlocking Didi Vatermann? Well, it's probably also important to note that you cannot access Didi Vatermann, obviously unless you unlock the other engineers, until you've attained the rank of Merchant. Now, if you've unlocked the prerequisite engineers of Todd the Blaster and Selene Jean, and you've got that far and you're not a merchant, you gotta wonder what you've been doing. Perhaps you've been doing bounty hunting. Perhaps you've been doing exploration. You should be a merchant. Go and do some decent trades. It'd be quite easy to go through and pick up merchant status. Now, okay, let's talk a little bit about these shield boosters. Player via player shield boosters. You can get blast resistance. You can get kinetic resistance and all the rest. But let's face it, you really want the toughest shield booster on the planet to give you that extra edge in player v player or against the bounties. You may be going and doing some mining, in which case then having a smaller shield generator to increase the space in your cargo hold for your refinery is probably the thing to you. This lady here can help you out. Now, shield generators, not so much. There's better engineers out there for that. Shield boosters though, she is the girl for you. So, like I said, I went for reinforced shield boosters. I thought that was the best thing for me, although it's all down to personal preference. The journey is quite uneventful, it has to be said. Lave and Leesti, those two systems, they're short hops. This is a simple 20-minute engineering process, whereas you plough into Lave, thank you very much, pick up the brandy, get yourself over to Leesti, into the engineer, drop off 24 tons, get back to Lave, pick up another 24 tons, get back to Leesti, drop it off the engineer, go back, get 2, or even fill up your cargo hold with, 24, and then go off somewhere else in your ship to sell it at a bit of a profit, because it is a rare commodity. Travel at least 100 light years away to gain some serious money as well, and that can only help to get additional rankings within Elite Dangerous. So, what does she sell in her shop? Well, as you can see, I'm currently in the shop on the screen now. The maximum I could possibly get for the cutter that I trolleyed in with, as you'll notice I did trolley in first off in my Asp Explorer. Now I've got the cutter. I only had an 8D shield generator, and I thought, well, that's a bit low. Now, I didn't have the foresight really to go off to Founders and get an upgraded shield generator. I thought, well, we'll see what she's got. All I could get here was an 8C, which is okay. You know, I managed to engineer it up, so with reinforced shields, I managed to get that up to a decent percentage, at least on the upgrades. Getting up to level 3. You're going to need an awful lot of phosphorus. Yeah, go mining for phosphorus if you possibly can before you get here as well. That's worthwhile getting. After phosphorus and you've generated all that modification, yet don't go looking for an experimental effect. My advice is generate it all the way up to the top as you possibly can, as far as you can go as your materials will allow you. Get some conductive components as well, usually pretty good finding them at Dav's Hope, and Dav's Hope is still viable, or at least it was at the time of this making this video. And then once you've got those phosphorus and conductive components, engineer it up, see if you can get to level 3 as well. Once you get to level 3, then you can look at getting experimental effect on your shields. Then after that, it's simply a case of engineering up your shield boosters. Now on this cutter, I've got a lot of shield boosters, trying to cover all the bases in regards to all the resistances that I can have. That's my personal preference. A lot of people don't find that, but again, it's all down to you. As you can see, I'm now leveraging mechanical components to get to the level 3 on my shield generator, and I'm going to have a look through with some of the experimental effects. Of course, you've got fast charge, but you've also got some degradation in regards to the bonuses you've got there. Multi-weave, high cap, low draw, thermal block, force block, double braced, and stripped down. Stripped down, unless you're going to go exploring, no problem with that. Double braced, that's what you really want. You want them nice and strong, and who cares, it takes, you know, a light year or two off your jump range. What you want is to have strong shields, that if someone does attack you in your big old shiny ship, your shiny ship remains shiny, and they go off begging, and they can go and get themselves wrecked, as I'm told is the correct expletive these days. So flash charge, to be fair, is quite appealing, because you do lose with some of the shield boosters the ability to fast charge your shields. So yeah, it was appealing, but let's face it, double braced is the way to go. So that was it. That was unlocking Didi Vatermann. And as we mentioned, to get to them, you've got to unlock first Todd the Blaster, and then Selene Jean for her mines and missiles. And then, once you get to a certain level and you've achieved the rank of merchant, you then get access to Didi Vatermann. So my cutter is all nicely kitted out. I may go over to Founders and get myself an 8A shield generator once I've earned some money mining, because the money's looking a bit low, and with fleet carriers now delayed into 2020, you know, the onus on making a lot of money and not exploring is certainly there. Anyway, I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching this brief video on Didi Vatermann. More engineers to come. See you soon.